Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome back to another Slime Isekai Memories video. So today is just a very short one, kind of covering something that, like, I didn't really notice because I don't usually look at these or I don't read into it much. But there was something that um, I did just find out a little bit later than most others, I think. But it's pretty interesting. So if we go to this specific tweet, Carry On came out yesterday at 7 p.m. PST, and usually whenever they release a character, obviously they release like a little tweet and basically talking about like the character and like the updates and stuff and show their skill and stuff, just promo, right? To get people to play the game, to summon for the character and all that stuff. And with this specific tweet that they tweeted, with Carry On, right? If we hit the translate tweet here, basically they're just like, okay, this is the part 2, 1.5 times rate on the banner. The last one of the sky attribute, 5-star new characters that appear this month and go and summon, basically. And it's kind of interesting because it's basically saying that Carry On is the last unit that they're releasing for this month. That's basically what they're saying, which is interesting because normally they release the first banner with 2 characters, and then they release 2 more banner characters, right? So like for the water month, for example, we had Chloe and Alice on the first banner. Let's actually pull up the spreadsheet, right? So we had for protection, if we go, we had Chloe, and then we had wherever she is, and we have Alice, right? And then the following weeks they released Rimuru, Lord of Wisdom, and then they released Velzard. So normally they release 4 characters a month, but for this specific celebration, I guess what they're doing is leaving Carry On as the second and final banner that they release, which makes sense because I mean it kind of follows the same pattern where we do already have 4 new characters introduced into the game. For protection characters, obviously we got the new Veldora, the new space Veldora, and then for battle characters, we got, where are you? We got the masked hero. We got Milim, so 3 of them on 1 banner already. And then just now, yesterday, we got, I don't think he's on the spreadsheet, but we got Carry On. So that's already 4 characters for the month. And I guess with that, they're not going to be releasing any other characters for the rest of May. So let's May month, I guess. Yeah. Okay, that's great. May calendar, right? Sure, one of these. You know what? Yeah, whatever. So we already had the first part where the banners came out last week, right? And then following, well, for this week we had the Harvest Festival, like for the food event. We had Jubilee, and we had Carry On come out, and that's pretty much all the content for this week, right? Next week, kind of like a nothing. Don't really have anything to cover. I think this is where they do kind of like maybe they do the Awakening trial and just like very small things, right? It's just like the period in which like they're calculating the Heroes Jubilee Blitz rewards and all that stuff, and there's not really much to do in game, just grinding like story quests and whatever other content that there is. And then normally this next month or this next week, they release like the banner with 1 protector and 1 battle character of the older units. So like last month they had the banner which had where are you, with the Elemental Colossus and then Earth Milim, I believe. We're right here, right? So probably for this month they do like Kari and Space Rimuru or Ranga, one of those two. Or they might do like 2 battle characters or something. Who knows? But yeah, so that's probably gonna be this week, and also where we have the Heroes Jubilee Catalyst. I don't think, aside from that, I think that's pretty much it. And then we have this week of nothing. I'm not necessarily sure what they're gonna do here. Obviously no one knows, but it's kind of hard to speculate because I think normally things are kind of moved down. So like normally the stuff, like a lot of the events and stuff like happen here in like a new character, so there's content. But then since Carry On's banner ended here, or started here, right, there's nothing else for this last week of what they could put in. And as to what I think it could be, I have no clue. They could add like honestly, it might just be like maybe a small new event or story or something. I don't know if they really would just leave no content for a whole week, but they could. You never know. We should get some sort of thing soon, kind of talking about it. They might like announce it or something, because I think looking at I forget which tweet it was. Is it this one? No. Okay, never mind. I just went through a bunch of the tweets and stuff, and I thought I saw something, but I was wrong. So yeah, I really don't know what they would put at the end there. But honestly, like, who knows? Hopefully they add something interesting or like new, I guess. Or hopefully they'll tell us like what we can expect for next month, because all the banners end 29th to 30th, and then that's usually around the time when like the new we lead into the next month's events and new characters. And who knows what they're gonna do, because we've already gone through all the different elements, right? Dark, we went dark, wind, fire, light, dark, wind, fire, light, water, earth, space. I think that's how the order went. And now that we've gone through all the elements, like what's gonna happen now, right? We have no clue. They could maybe go back to the dark units, but I think the problem is, like, if they follow this schedule, is that dark units, they'd have to make them really strong, and the power creep would kind of just keep increasing and increasing. Because if we take a look at like the new space units, right? Like, let's take Masked Hero for example, or no, let's take where is she? Space Milim, right? Milim Nava, the Dragon Fist. Putting stats aside, looking at like her skill, single target space magic attack for 470%, increases all ally space attack by 50% max for 1 turn, and chance to give Drago to self 100% for 1 turn, and increase its own attack by 20% for 1 turn. And looking at her skills, she's really good, like a really strong DPS, right? She has although it is space attack, she's really good on the space team because she can buff everyone's attack. She gives herself Drago, which basically just intensifies the multiplier, or it just multiplies the buffs by 1.2, I think. So it's already increasing it by 20%. It's either 1.2 or 1.4. It's one of those. It's lower number than Frostbite, where Frostbite increases the intensity of the debuffs by 1.6. Drago increases the potency of buffs by 1.2 or 1.4, I think. And she increases her own attack. So if she does this and she does this at max, she's already giving herself 70% attack, right? plus whatever Drago is boosting it to, plus other buffs, and her ult hits 20% harder than normal standard attacks, like a single target ults, right? Single target ults typically hit for 450%, like right here. And then all like AoE attacks hit for 270, except for I guess this person here, hers, oh no, sorry, no, 450. Except for Guy, who hit 290, which is the first time I think we saw the multiplier go higher, right? So she has a higher multiplier for her ult, and she's already buffing her attack by at least 70-80%. And compare that to who released on the dark banner? Who's the unit? Diablo, right? 450 single target ult, okay. Increases his own buff by 25%, not bad. And decreases all targets' dark resistance by 10%. Okay. And his second changes solo skills of 1 into solo divine protection and increases their gauge by 10%. Wildly different when you compare the kits, right? If you like looking at the dark characters now, it's very clear if you compare dark team to like even like the water team, I think, or like the space team, they're very much so underpowered and kind of lacking, because just the amount of utility and damage that they have doesn't compare to like what the space team just offers. And I mean, that always happens within every game, right? Power creep is always going to be a thing. But if they choose to follow the 6-month like release, the dark element is always going to just be at a severe disadvantage just because they're the earliest to release, right? Unless they choose to really buff them, but then that also ruins power creep, or like makes it a lot worse. And now all these units are like super OP, and they can like change the whole board into one orb or something, or like give themselves an entire secret skill gauge if they wanted to, right? Like the power creep can just keep rising and rising until it's like unplayable, and just automatically invalidating every other unit that has released before it. So yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. Well, it'll just be like something that we have to see for ourselves, and hopefully they don't make it really bad. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I know I talked a lot. This video has been going for like 14 minutes. But like, I don't know. They're not releasing a new character, and we already pretty much know the standards. So I wonder what they're gonna do for the last 2 weeks. Aside from like Heroes Jubilee Catalyst rewards coming out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.